Greetings, I'm John Phillips, and this is Up or Down. If you don't believe me, just ask Stephen Cruiser. Should illegal immigrants be allowed to purchase health care insurance? After a molestation scandal, should TLC pull its series 19 Kids and Counting off the air for good? Plus, a lunch lady fired for giving hungry students a free ride. Was she wrongly fired? All this and more will be judged with a thumbs up or a thumbs down by our panel. They are Navy veteran and Breitbart writer Kelly Serio. Right next to her, stand-up comic, PJTV contributor Stephen Cruiser. And last but not least, the very fair-minded civil rights defense attorney who you can hear online at clearthecourt.com and KABC.com, Leo Terrell. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Topic number one involves a bill that would allow undocumented immigrants the right to purchase health insurance in California. This bill passed the state Senate. SB 4 would allow undocumented immigrants to purchase health insurance on the state exchange and enroll people under medi-cal. A certain amount of undocumented adults would also be allowed to participate in the medi-cal program as well. SB 4 aims to expand the reach of the Affordable Care Act, which prohibited illegal aliens from participating. California would be required to apply for a waiver, allowing individuals to buy plans on the state exchange. They would not be eligible for any subsidies to pay for the coverage. Some doctors say they can't afford to accept new medi-cal patients due to a 10% cut in payments. That was made back in 2011. So up or down, should undocumented immigrants be allowed to purchase health insurance in California? Kelly.
This is a very difficult down for me. I just have to ask, is the rule of law meaningless when it comes to this? I consider myself a compassionate person, but I think it all comes down to priorities. And for me, we have millions of Americans who aren't employed. We have thousands upon thousands of homeless veterans living on the streets in California. And I think we should focus on that issue before we tackle this.
Cruiser.
This is an easy down for me. Just no. Just no, 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 no. All of this, the little get them ID cards, get them this, it's all an easy way in the end to go, well, now they're all doing all of this, so let's just grant them amnesty and get them in here. And I used to be a little less staunch about this kind of thing, but everything California's been doing in the last 15 years is making me more staunch about it. Now when people say, well, we can't just deport 20 million people, I say, why not? That's where I am right now.
Fantasy land. Let me tell you right now, look, California has allowed illegal immigrants to have driver's license, and we're not going to send them back. The bottom line is this: they pay for the purchase. And medi-cal, they're going to have to release information, so it's a benefit. We don't want these individuals to go to our hospitals without any type of insurance, and guess who gets stuck with the bill? Taxpayers. So from an economic standpoint, if you believe in saving money, let them purchase health insurance. They're not going anywhere. Thumbs up, big thumbs up.
If they have in-state tuition,
yes.
If they have access to welfare,
like
if they have access to health care now,
yes.
Why would anyone stay in Mexico? Why wouldn't they come here?
I agree, John, and that's an issue that the federal government is going to have to address. But my point is, they're here, and other states have allowed in-state tuition. The point here is, if we believe in saving money economically, we'd rather for them to purchase insurance instead of the taxpayers paying for it when they walk into a hospital with no insurance.
But the exchanges are being subsidized by taxpayers. Medi-cal is paid for by taxpayers. To say that the taxpayers don't have any stake in this is not true. The taxpayers are still paying for this.
I tell you right now, it's better for them to pay something. Right now, they're getting it all 100% free. So thumbs up.
Big buses head south. Big buses headed south. Big buses. I'll be driving.
Now on to topic number two. The network TLC, which I'm told stands for Touching Little Children, has yet to decide to pull the plug for good on its reality series 19 Kids and Counting. Just a few weeks ago, one of the stars of the show, Josh Duggar, confessed to molesting 5 underage girls when he was 14 and 15 years old. Some of the victims were his own sisters and as young as 5. Josh's parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle, were interviewed by Fox News' Megyn Kelly about the scandal. Here's a bit of what they had to say.
And just to clarify, it was 4 daughters and there was a babysitter outside of the family?
Yes.
Okay. And you notified her about the incident?
Yes. He called her up and asked for forgiveness, and she didn't know that he had done anything either. So it was more like just a fondling quick touch while they were asleep, and for most of them. And there was 2 other incidents that were when they were awake, and it was just a bad thing, and it was something that we would like to forget.
Kelly also interviewed Josh's sisters. They said the media frenzy was worse than the actual molestation because they didn't remember it taking place. TLC removed the series from its schedule when the scandal first broke. The network's now trying to decide the fate of the series since it's one of their biggest hits. So thumbs up or thumbs down, should TLC cancel 19 Kids and Counting for good? Kelly.
Huge thumbs up. I think the Duggars grossly misrepresented themselves before the eyes of the nation, and they likely hurt the Christian cause, the conservative cause, and also put presidential candidates at risk. So I think all of that for, I don't know, a little old-fashioned greed. So absolutely, I think they should cancel the show.
Cruiser.
Cancel. I don't like reality TV. Anytime there's a patriarch named Jim Bob, the siblings or the cousins are having sex. And I don't like the fact that they went out and tried to spin this just because they wanted to keep their TV show. And somehow conservatives are supposed to defend this because Christian. To say that they're representative of Christianity. No. Say no to anyone named Jim Bob. Look at those blank stares. That's cult right there. That's right there.
Hey, listen, it's unanimous. I already know your opinion. John and I agree. Thumbs up. Show cancel. No way, as Kelly and Cruiser have stated, this is a disgrace, a PR nightmare. They're trying, they really have put in conservative Christians and Republican candidates in hot water. Do not bail them out. I think the motivation is purely economical, way up.
Why did Christians take the bait on this? Because they tried to turn this around from a molestation scandal and really a failure to deal with the situation properly scandal into a Christianity is under attack scandal, when that had nothing to do with anything here.
You're 100% right, and the problem is very simple. The economic motivation of money. And you just said in your piece, they make money for TLC, and they are drunk with the economic money and the public attention.
And a lot of it is the media unfairness, where they were everybody's trying to talk about Lena Dunham. Well, when she did it, she didn't get in trouble. And as I said to many people many times in the last couple of weeks, the fact that someone on the left did it and the media gave them a free pass doesn't make it any less wrong. It's still wrong. It's okay for you to say, okay, the media is treating it unfairly, but they're both wrong.
The fact that they basically covered it up, I don't see how the American public can trust them at all. They knew it happened. It doesn't make it okay, and I guarantee you, if they would have come out beforehand and said this is what happened, it might have even brought them closer together and gained more trust if they said this is what happened, but we dealt with it. But instead, they covered it up, which made it that much worse.
Well, the strategy, this is why they're playing the religious card, because they're trying to say, we made a mistake. If we did make a mistake, you're a forgiving nation. We're Christians. Accept us back in your house. And I hope the public does not drink that Kool-Aid. They cannot go back on television.
And can we just go to a bigger conversation about how many people with reality TV shows end up having problems? The suicide list, it's just reality TV takes vulnerable people, exploits them for money, and then they go and have problems.
The people that go into reality TV, they want fame at whatever cost.
But they have no
don't
talent.
Care.
Yeah.
Exactly. They don't care. That's their talent. They will just go above and beyond.
And in the effort of full disclosure, both of these guys are having a reality show next week. So
last thing before we move on. Mike Huckabee said that Josh Duggar is a good guy.
No.
Does that disqualify him?
Mike Huckabee's an idiot.
Yeah, yes.
I've hated Huckabee since 2008, so he was disqualified in my mind.
Arkansas roots, and he was motivated because of the location of the family. Wrong. Bad
and the
mistake.
endorsement.
The endorsement. That's wrong.
All right. This brings us to today's Facebook question. We asked our viewers if TLC should pull 19 Kids and Counting for good. And here's what some of you had to say. Joy Kent said, I think the Duggars need to dump TLC and view other avenues. TLC is becoming trash show city. Colleen Ann said, it doesn't matter. What's on TV makes no difference. In the real world, rather. They are terrific. They're a godly family, and I'm glad to say I will be with them for eternity. Michelle Rubino Minnick, boy, none of you have easy names to pronounce this week, do you? She said, yes, pull it, no spinoffs. As a Christian conservative, I'm appalled at how the parents handled this and the fact that Josh slipped through the cracks of the criminal justice system.
Thank you. Hey, Michelle, do we have a prize for her?
Name.
No, we should.
And then we move on to Nancy Pinnell Bronner. She said, sounds like the whole bunch has a sex problem. I mean, really? Who has that many kids anymore?
I don't have any, so.
Not Leo Terrell.
Not zero.
Thumbs down. Now on to our final topic. A lunch lady was fired after giving free lunches to students who didn't have any money. This happened in Aurora, Colorado at the Cherry Creek School District. Della Curry was fired from her job as kitchen manager. There she doesn't look anything like Chris Farley. The school district is a free lunch program, but it's for children who meet the federal income guidelines. Curry says over the past year, she's given 20 students a free lunch because they didn't have enough money. Curry appeared on CNN to tell the world what happened.
Long story short, it is against policy to ever give free food away. And I knew that it was against policy because our food is donated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. We're part of the federal reimbursement program. And because of that, it's considered theft. So I was terminated when my superiors were made aware that I had given away food without charging for it.
Curry, speaking of your name being your destiny, then posted on Facebook that she didn't feel bad about what happened. Was it right for the 35-year-old to lose her job for giving food to hungry students? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Kelly.
Was it right? I'm going to have to say thumbs down on this because I try to put myself in her shoes, and I believe it's a civic duty to feed the hungry. If a child came to me and said, I'm hungry, I would want to feed them. Like, I would find that difficult to turn them down if they were hungry in her shoes.
Is thumbs up on her side on this one? Okay, thumbs up on her side. I hate the federal bureaucracy. You know that, and I don't want people going hungry until the federal bureaucracy decides that they're poor enough to be fed that day. I think that's a horror. This is another, when the government gets involved, it's always bad. And speaking of name being your destiny, John Phillips often begins the day with a screwdriver.
Well, I read somewhere that the first 3 times that they forget their food, they get a free lunch, and then after that, they get a cheese or turkey sandwich and a milk, and that's it. You know, I was like, it's just, you know, it's so regulated.
Is it thumbs up? Should she have been fired?
Yeah, I
The thumbs up if you're with her.
No, I'm thumbs down. Let me tell you why. This woman should have been fired. Now, you think it's cruel, but look, she has given money before. And the focus here is, why didn't she, what's the price of this meal? She could have paid the money. She knew that this kid didn't have money. She's done it before. She has gone to her pocket before. So she's using this as to make some type of symbolic gesture. I don't like the idea because I think the motivation has something to do with her wanting the attention. She should have been able to go in her purse and pay for it. Thumbs down. She should have been fired.
You surprised me with that, Leo.
No, I want to be consistent because I think, and the focus is the first grader comes to school hungry. How about some parental responsibility? Sending your kid to school hungry, I got a problem with the parents as well. But this cafeteria worker should have been fired.
But now, if the kids were illegal immigrants, Leo totally would have wanted them to have free lunch.
I would have been in line with them for the free food because they're illegal. I'm fair-minded.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Leave your comments in the comments section below, and don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/PJTV. I'm John Phillips. For Leo Terrell, Stephen Cruiser, and Kelly Serio, thanks so much for watching and have a great weekend.